Night fell over Varelia, and Ethan's studio glowed with warm lamplight. The city outside hummed, vendors shouting last-minute deals, laughter spilling from taverns, the faint clatter of horse carts on cobblestone. Inside, Carter had completely taken over the couch, legs stretched across the cushions, sipping tea like a king in exile. Naomi sat cross-legged on the floor, sketching in her journal. Ethan paced nervously in front of his finished painting, chewing his lip. "It's not perfect," Ethan whispered, staring at the canvas. "But it's me." Naomi stood, brushing dust off her jeans, and placed a hand on his shoulder. "That's all it ever needed to be." Carter raised his cup dramatically, his pinky finger sticking out like royalty. "To art, anxiety, and the hope someone brings snacks before I wither away?" Naomi snorted. "We'll bring the snacks, you just bring the fire." Ethan smiled faintly, but his eyes stayed on the painting. Later that night, when Carter ran out for emergency noodles, Ethan wandered the streets alone. The city pulsed with life. A violinist played on the corner while children clapped along. A baker tossed day-old bread to stray dogs, who wagged their tails like kings receiving gold. Ethan stopped at a small bridge over the Solea River, watching the moon shimmer across the dark water. A breeze lifted his hair, cool against his skin. It was here, a year ago, that he'd met Caldwell for the first time. He could still hear that voice, smooth, mocking. "You're painting emotion, not discipline." The memory made his chest tighten. But tonight, Ethan whispered into the night air, "Emotion is the point." The words felt like an anchor dropping, steadying him. When he returned to the studio, Naomi stirred on the couch, half asleep. "Where'd you go?" "Just reminding myself why I started," Ethan said softly, hanging his coat. She smiled through her drowsiness. "Good. Because tomorrow belongs to dreamers." He sat at the edge of his bed, looking around the messy, paint-splattered studio. To anyone else it was chaos. To him, it was proof he was alive. Carter barged in a moment later, holding a steaming bag. "Fear not, citizens. I have acquired noodles. The night is saved." Naomi groaned, pulling a pillow over her head. "If you spill that on me, you're sleeping outside." Carter grinned. "Please, I'm everyone's favorite roommate. Even the ghosts love me." Ethan chuckled, shaking his head. For once, the weight on his shoulders felt a little lighter. He had his art, his friends, and tomorrow he would face the world. He looked one last time at his painting, colors dancing under the lamplight. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't polished, but it was him. And for the first time in a long time, that was enough.